Okay, thank you very much for clicking and watching, and I really hope you enjoy. I got an absolute stormer of a video today. I got pretty much the oldest thing I've ever bought, and probably the oldest thing on anybody's ever bought on YouTube. On today's video, I've got a video full of absolutely amazing quality packed items, and everything's come from car boot sales. This is a haul, a reveal video. I'm going to show you what I've bought, what I've paid for it, what I'm asking. So I just hope you enjoy. It's just interesting quality items. My little introduction, my name's Walter O'Neill and I own AntiquesArena.com. Anything in the video and hundreds of items that are not in the video are all on there. Feel free to go and have a look and check it out. So should we get started with today's video? And I got an absolute amazing haul. And just to prove that the title isn't clickbait, I'm going to start off with my item that is pretty much the oldest thing I've ever bought. Let's see what you think. So I have a set of cased, hand-forged iron nails from the Roman legionnaire fortress. My pronunciation's no good here, at Thistle, if that's right. I know it's not going to be, in Perthshire in Scotland, and these nails were AD 83 to 87, so they're almost 2,000 years old. How do I know that? Well, I've been doing some research. I'm going to share my photos with you in just a moment, but I've done some research and I found this. This is one that is sold, and it talks here about in the summer of 1960, a huge hoard of ancient Roman nails were excavated at Thistle, a Roman legionary fortress near Glangowrie in Scotland. The hoard had been buried by the Romans when they left Scotland and date to AD 83 to 87. Some of these nails were packaged into box sets and sold to the public. This set of 5 was originally sold for 25 shillings and produced by Collectables Limited, and consists of 5 nails mounted in a teak presentation box with a perspex lid. Anyway, it goes on to say there is an actual book by Roddy Fraser, and I think he talks about the fortress, the discovery, the nails, and everything. Now, I've tried to buy this book because I was going to actually buy it just to include with my listing. I don't know how much this listing sold for, but it's a very interesting little selection, and it talks all about the discovery in Scotland and all the nails and how they were sold off and packaged up. Now, if I go back to mine, the presentation plaque has faded in the sun. It's behind glass, not plastic, and it's framed in solid oak. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got 5 nails, the longest being 6.5 to 7 inches long. But these are almost 2,000 years old. Now, how's that for a talking point and a bit of history? Is that just not amazing? All right, you may say Roman nails, whoopity-doo. But the way they're framed up, the way they're cased, the history they bring, and, you know, it's just amazing. Now, I've had nails in the past. I've had big 6, 7 inch, 8 inch nails made of solid bronze out of ships that were 400, 500, 600 years old. But these are almost 2,000 years old. You know, hand-forged Roman nails in a case with the presentation plaque. You can just about read it. It is faded, but it's readable. And there you go. What a thing to start with. And I bought this for £30 for something that is 2,000 years old. How amazing is that? I absolutely love the history, and I just love where you can find the car boot sales. I've put it up for 120, and I think that's fair because I've looked on eBay and people are getting 50s and 60s just for nails, not even in the case, just for one nail or 2 nails, Roman nails. So if anything, it's probably too cheap. But I've put it up for 120, and I think it's absolutely fabulous. I love it, and it is, without a doubt, probably the oldest thing on YouTube. Let me make sure I'm still sharing. Where are we at? StreamYard. Yes, I'm sharing, thankfully. Okay, so we're going to move on. This is spectacular. I told you you're in for a full video of absolutely amazing top quality items. Now, this is produced by Royal Dalton. I'm going to give you the more pictures now. I'm having a very rare can. Doesn't happen often. Anyway, this is a massive bull produced in bone china by Royal Dalton. It's a little under 13 inches long. If you look at the plinth, it's a little small on the plinth, but I measure the plinth. The plinth is a little under 13 inches. The bull's a little under that, and it's about 7.5 inches tall. So this is a good size bull, a real good size beast. It is stamped Royal Dalton. Now, anything like this I buy. Honestly, it's big enough almost to be a shop display model. It is absolutely stunning. It's a Hereford bull. There's the Royal Dalton stamp. And it is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. Amazing quality, no damage on it whatsoever. Now, I did pay out for this. I paid £50 for it. However, I done my research, and people are selling them between £150 and £175. So mine has gone in at £150. That's not bad for 50 quid outlay, is it? And it is an absolute amazing buy. I have had some cheap stuff. This is a Parker 61 fountain pen in 12 carat rolled gold. Now, what that means is all the gold you can see on there, the lid, the arrow, and the cap is rolled gold, 12 carat rolled gold. It's a burgundy Parker 61, but it's been presented to somebody. Corporal M. Britton, TAVR. No idea what TAVR is. I haven't looked it up. And it's got, well, there's the images of it. This nib here is 14 karat gold. I did look them up, and they come with a 14 karat gold nib, even though you can't read the 14 karat gold nib on there because it's in the thing. You can see there's somebody's wrote on that. I haven't took it off. I've left her alone. And the Corporal Britain there. Yeah, beautiful Parker 61 with a 14 karat gold nib and a 12 carat rolled gold cap. I paid £3 for it. It's up for 40. Some people again 60, 70, £80 for them. I haven't been greedy. I've gone in at a fair price. This is another. I paid it quite a bit of money for this, but this is it's a vase by Edinburgh Crystal, but it is the dearest pattern Edinburgh Crystal do. It is a thistle pattern. My vase is not only shaped as a thistle, but it's engraved with thistles. This is a big vase. It's not a small vase. It's a big piece. Absolutely stunning. No chips, no cracks. There you can see all the thistle engraved around both sides, front and back. There's the Edinburgh, Scotland stamp. It's hard to photograph, but it's there. It's just fully signed up. And it is absolutely spectacular. Now, I paid £30 for this. And it's a fraction under 10 inches tall. So it's a good size vase. And just to give you an example, I haven't got one ready, but if I was to come here and go crystal, hang on, Edinburgh Crystal Thistle, and change that to large. That's what I got as a large one. There you can see there some examples. Let's go to shopping. Just to give you an idea, £250 for a little bowls, 130 for the tumblers, vase I'm looking for, 425 for 2 decanters. If there's ever a bolo, it is for Edinburgh Crystal Thistle. A set of 6 shot glasses here, £450. Glasses and the decanter there, £550. So believe me, £150 sounds expensive for the large vase, but it's not. People get 80s and 90s and 100 for a small one. And that, a tankard by there. Oh, a jug, sorry. £180. Tankard, 65. Trying to find the big vase I am, just to show you, but you get the idea. Thistle is the dearest pattern, I think, Edinburgh do. And we're going to have a look at that. That doesn't sound right. That sounds extremely cheap. Or are they? They're not a thistle, are they? We'll have a look at them at the end. And maybe if they're thistle, maybe I'll buy them. Anyway, coming back to here, where are we? Parker. There you go. So beautiful Thistle Edinburgh Crystal vase. Paid £30. It's up for £150. And believe it or not, I could have put it up for £200. It'll still sell. That will go at £150. This came off the same dealer. Bought quite a bit off this one gentleman, to be honest with you. And he turned around and said to me, he'd had the best selling day of his life. He had a fair bit off me. I bought some nice things. I haven't filmed it all in today's video, but he had quite a bit of money off me. Anyway, I got a large Beswick China brown horse. Saying large, they do one big, massive, but this is a large. It's 8.5 inches long, 6.5 inches tall, in good condition, beautiful horse. Now, I was getting £30 to £50 for these 20 years ago, and the prices just don't seem to have gone up. There you go, Beswick, England, stamped on the belly. Beautiful brown horse, and I've only got £50. Believe it or not, you were getting that, as I say, best part of 20 years ago. So, but it cost me £12. Absolute steal for a full-size Beswick horse. That's not bad at all. So, and that's a saleable price there. I've sold countless horses at £50. This was interesting. I don't think it has a huge age. It's a carved wooden Buddha, but it's been carved out of one single piece of, well, one block of wood. And the back has been left on it to almost look as if he's sitting on a chair with a large back, almost like a settle type chair. But it's all hand carved. Look at that, you can see it there. And the bottom there, you can see it's just one half of a slice of tree, and they've carved the Buddha out of it. But saying that, I've only put £30 on it, and even if it's not that old, would you want to carve that for £30? Because I wouldn't. And it came in, I paid £4 for it, and it's up for £30. I've got another Buddha, this one. That last one, sorry, was £3. This one was £4. This one is a glass Buddha head, large one, 11.5 inches tall. I always buy glass heads, always. This one's a Buddha. It's most of them, they still make them now. They use recycled glass and things and make them in all variety and colors. But they generally sell between sort of £40 and £60, give or take, something like that. It's a real nice example. Good condition, good size, good color. And as I say, I got it up for £45. But that cost £4. This was a bit of a shock. Now, I bought this and I thought, hang on a minute. I don't normally buy copper luster. It's almost a yesterday antique, and the market has fallen out of it a bit. But something in me said, hang on a minute, I've seen them with these roundels. Now, this has got a clock roundel as well. So on this side, you have a chinoiserie pattern scene. Chinoiserie just means Chinese style scene, but done in the English. Snowball, don't. Sorry, someone coming in, the dog going nuts. So basically just means it's Chinese, but not made in China then, if that makes sense. That's what I believe chinoiserie is. Anyway, we got a copper luster jug with a chinoiserie scene on this side and a clock on the other. Now, I bought it. I wasn't 100% when I bought it. But either way, it cost me £2. I was thinking it's an early one. It's certainly 19th century. And then I thought, all right, I'll buy it. £2. I come home, do some research. And what do I find? The identical one sold a Llanelli copper luster jug. Sold through Bonhams. I can't get the price because I'm not subscribing. 250 to 350 estimate. Now, I did search up the clock lusters on Google. The highest ones I can find are up for like 250. And some people are selling similar ones as Staffordshire for like £7,500. But they're actually Welsh. Welsh copper luster, done in Llanelli. And you can see their Bonhams are asking 250 to 350. I don't know what they sold it for. And that was Bonhams in Bath, England. But a real nice thing. And to find it for £2. and it is 7.5 inches tall and in extremely good condition. And I have actually put the Bonhams link in the description so people can go across and have a look and actually see the Bonhams one. But it's pretty much identical to what I got. So that was a cracking little find for £2. This was a cracker as well. This is huge. This is 17.5 inches long. So it's 1.5 foot long and 7.5 inches high. It is Blue Mountain pottery of Canada, and it is a hippopotamus. What a rare example. Now, I've bought tons and tons of Blue Mountain pottery, and you always get dolphins and small animals, but to get a big piece like this in Blue Mountain pottery, it's really, well, it's quite unheard of. And I've done some looking, and I can't find another hippo anyway. Now, I paid a tenner for it. It's up for 95, and I still think that's cheap for what it is. It's 1.5 foot long, it's in cracking condition, and it's just beautiful being a hippo. I did buy a dolphin at the same time. I paid a tenner for the dolphin, a big dolphin as well, but the dolphin's only up for 35. This is this value because of the size and because it's a hippo. But Blue Mountain pottery of Canada. Then I had this. I had this off the same dealer that I purchased the Roman nails. So let's have a look. This is a 19th century ormolu bronze. You can see the gold on bronze here. So it was ormelued at some point. Now I think it's a Georgian one. Could be early Victorian, but I think it's Georgian. So I've put Georgian/Victorian in the description because I don't want to be mistaken on the description. But personally, I think it's Georgian. It's lovely seal, all carved here at the front. I'm not sure what that stone is. I'll have to rotate that picture, I think, because that basket's at the bottom. I'm not sure exactly what the picture is, or have I rotated it? There, I have rotated it. Not sure what that looks like. No. That definitely looks like a basket, and that looks like somebody's head with hair coming back, and maybe a horse. I'm not sure. Anyway, I paid £20 for a nice ormolu bronzed seal, and it's a good one. It's really, really nice. I've only put 45 on it. I think that's cheap for an early 19th century bronze seal. Normally you find these in gold and they get melted down. So these bronze ones are getting more sought after because there's just no gold ones left. I then purchased a couple of perfume bottles for £1 each. This one I actually had to do a bit of research on. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know whether I've got the photo of it. Have I captured it tidy? Hang on, bear with. Yeah, if you look at the inner piece there, it comes down to like a V, almost like a poison vial. It's really gorgeous. And that's obviously the inside of the bottle. Beautiful thing. Now, it's got an acid-etched mark on the base. There you go. There's the mark. And it took me a little while. It's basically a rampant lion. And it took me a little while, and then I found out that's an early Edinburgh Crystal mark. So it's an Edinburgh Crystal perfume bottle. Absolutely gorgeous one at that, I got to be honest with you. Cost me £1. It's up for 20. And I think it's a gorgeous example. I really do. And no chips or cracks. And I also bought this one, which is a more modern. It's a cranberry flashed diamond cut perfume bottle. And that one cost me £1 as well. This one doesn't do anything for me, whereas the other one I just thought was beautiful. But yeah, up for £20 again for another perfume bottle. I don't know who made this one, but it's a nice bottle. I didn't really put the research into it. It could be Bohemian, it could be English. I just didn't really rate it that high. So I chucked 20 quid on it because some people were asking 30s and 40s. So, but when it cost me £1, it didn't matter. Then I had this, which is a absolutely stunning glass polar bear. Now it's molded glass, and it is Swedish by Pukeberg. And it only cost me a couple of quid. And it's a polar bear paperweight, if you like. It's still got the remains of the label on there, but it's hard to read. There's the label. I would have like it's a bit like an exclamation mark, if I remember right, for the Pukeberg. Or a line with a circle. Anyway, you could just about read the word Pukeberg underneath it there. but the label is really poor. But it is Pukeberg Swedish polar bear. Cost me a couple of quid. It's not up for a lot, not for a Swedish polar bear. It's up for £25. Very realistic. This one come in. This is a Gibraltar handmade glass dolphin sculpture. And this one came in for £1. Nice thing. Come back. Lovely colouring on it. Still got its original sticker label on the base down there, which tells you everything you want to know. Gibraltar crystal, handmade. Lovely thing, in good condition. There you go. Can't be any better than that, can you? And there you go. It cost me a whole £1. It's not up for a lot again. Again, only 20 quid. It's not a lot of money. This one is a Whitefriars ruby colour molar glass vase, and they call molar glasses because they look like a molar tooth. Cost me £3. It's not a huge one. It's 5 inches in diameter, about 3 inches tall, give or take. Lovely colour, lovely bubbles, and you can see there's looks like a molar tooth. Basically, that's why I think they call it the molar vase. But this one cost me £3. It's not worth a fortune. This, because it's a small one, it's worth 20 quid. And then we have the final item of this lot. Now, it's got a good arts and crafts look to it. And I mean, it's got a good look to it. Absolutely stunning, good patina. It's thick, heavy brass. So it's not thin, pressed out, wafer thin, flimsy brass. It's got a good thickness to it. It's arts and crafts in style, but I think it's later. I think it's more 1920s or 30s, in my opinion, because it's more pressed than it is hammered. It's a pressed out shield, but this is a big shield, huge. I'll get the actual size for you in a minute, but it's a big beast. Somebody's secured a thing on there to mount him on a wall lock. Lovely thing. I really did like that. Now, I paid a tenner for it. It was either 10 or 15. It might have been 15, actually. But it's 23 inches in diameter. It's almost 2 foot wide in diameter. That's how big this shield is. And it is lovely work. Real nice, good look to it. So it's going to look amazing on someone's wall. So, what we got over there? That's the Edinburgh. So, what do you think? Absolutely fabulous or what? Some things have come in and they've been a real steal, and a couple of things I've paid a bit more for them, but they're still a real steal. But I love the history. It's some beautiful things. That bull, any farmer would be proud to have that bull on the mantelpiece or in a glass cabinet, let's be frank. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Edinburgh Crystal Vase is the rarest pattern they do, the dearest pattern they do anyway. And then you get them Roman nails. I absolutely love today's video. I love everything in the video. Almost everything in the video. So what do you think? Don't forget, everything is on the website at AntiquesArena.com. If you like my videos, please share them. Ask your friends to share them. Comment, put a like on them. If you don't, okay, I'm accepting that. I haven't got a problem. You can't please everybody. But if you did, I'll see you next time. Bye for now, guys.